The gods of Asgard have come to Raid. Okay, let's react to the new trailer from Raid. This is all about Norse mythology gods coming in. That looks like Loki. It just looks like Loki. It's not bamfing around, but it's teleporting around. Trickster? Serpent? Yeah, okay. We'll have to find out. Or could it be Serpent? As there is a serpent-based Odin's brother, I think. That could be exciting. That's epic. And the character, obviously, he's just destroying everybody. Like, I'm just going to put words in your ears. Like, you are going to do to my will, my bidding. Filled with glorious purpose. Of course, you can see right there. Opening up. It seems to like... What is that? Is that Valhalla? Anyway, Loki in action, looking good. And let's find out more. So if you like Asgardian based characters as part of a new event that Raid are running called the Asgard Divide, then go and check out the game in the link in the description. Even clicking on the game to download it helps me, supports the channel, but also if you want to check out the game because you like Asgardian based characters, you like Norse mythology, hey, this is a great time to go and check out Raid Shadow Legends. Of course the question is going to be like, how do I get my hands on these champions? Apart from obviously downloading the game and starting the process, well, you can get Loki, Thor, Freyja and Odin as champions of your own by simply following this process. So Asgard Divide runs from August 21st to November 22nd. There's a long length of time that this particular event runs, with players being able to collect 4 champions based on Norse mythology, which is Loki the Deceiver, Thor Freyhammer, Odin Freyfather and Freyja Freyteweaver. I'm sure I'm saying that right. My Scandinavian is top notch. It's not, but I thought I did a pretty good job right there. They act as Raid's unique take on these familiar figures from Norse mythology, casting them as members of the mysterious and powerful Fae that are present in the world of Teleria. Everyone can get the legendary champion Loki the Deceiver for free simply by logging into Raid for 7 days between now and October 23rd. Players can then log in for an additional 7 days after that to earn even more rewards and access a second phase of rewards once the 14 days of the login bonuses have been earned. Players can get these 3 Norse mythology based champions by getting involved with in-game activities, so make sure to be proactive in-game. Let's now go into game and talk about these brand new champions as well as the process of trying to pick them up. So Loki is a master of mischief, and as well he can evade enemy attacks and cloak himself under a perfect veil buff. What a fantastic level of detail on this champion. Also check out the aura buff, we're talking an extra 60 for ally accuracy. And you can pick up the hero for free just by doing the Loki chase by logging in for 7 days. There is Thor, look at that hammer's amazing. Also the extent of detail, this very Norse mythology orientated inspiration of visuals is just so pleasing. This character has AoE based damage, which makes him a really fun and decent option for something like, you know, Spider's Den. Now to shout out the amazing detail of Odin, look at the level of that with the eyes, yes, the winter background, love it. The crow as well, do you see the crow? See, great level of detail here, looks incredible. As part of the character's ability, he can remove all buffs from all enemies, he can do a lot of damage, he has access to the Berserk debuff, and also if he taps into Asgardian Judgment, he is able to resurrect a dead ally with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. Incredible! And finally the devastating maiden that is Freyja, who can remove all debuffs from all allies, increase defense, and just generally helps out to the protection and steadfast of your team in general. And as part of the Asgard Divide, players can also enter the event dungeon. It's a time-limited dungeon that will see you against a few bosses, including, of course, there we go, there's Odin. We're facing off against Odin and battling up to get this smashed out. So get to work and download the game now in order to get yourself that Loki the Deceiver. So this is definitely one of the things that I love about Raid, is the ability to put in these new champions which are very engaging, very fun, but also going a bit further and beyond. You know, they put a Christmas orientated character and champion in. We've had Rhyme Beast as a kind of a reindeer. We've also had Xena in game, of course, other different types of champions and characters from pop culture. So this is something that I just absolutely love. It's when they go, right, do you know what? We should put in Olympians, or in this case, Norse mythology gods, which is really darn cool. I can imagine they can go to other characters from storybooks, from things that were just so out there and unusual, but also cool at the same time. So of course the enjoyment with Raid is picking up new champions, because you never know what new champion you're going to see. Like I've just picked up a dwarf, and the level to detail, design, and champion lore just points to the fact that the developer cares about what they're creating and what they're putting out as to the story structure, but giving meaning behind whichever champion you're picking up for the first time or multiple times. Now, I'd love Egyptian champions to be next in game, but we'll have to see. That's a bit wishful thinking with that. But the more having abilities to benefit whatever situation, scenario, and as well content you're looking to take a team into. And one of the other things I really enjoy is taking teams into battle, into content. Like this particular event we got at the moment, this Dungeons, is actually really cool because it's this kind of time capsule moment in time. You had to be there in order to play against Odin, but also finding ways around it. Like I might have to change my team in a moment. I quite like the team I've set up. It's very much healing orientated with Doom Priest and Apothecary, with my other parts of the team but going a little bit of AoE, a little bit of bolstering attack, and a little bit of everything that I quite like. It will have a stumbling block later on down the line, but it's just fun to do these things, but also fun to kind of like check out what is new with Raid, and in particular when it comes to a special Norse mythology based event, and that I like. So if you haven't started playing Raid, then please go and check it out in the link in the description and support the channel. It supports myself if you can just at least click that link, go and download the game, and as well just go through the first stages, say up to like level 15, because it will pay dividends the further you go using the link and part of the early player process. As on sign up, you immediately get a huge starter pack with the epic champion Tagore from the Orc faction. It's an epic support champion standing strong with his majestic sword staff, leaving no fallen soldier behind. And from level 15, you'll get another starter pack from reaching that level, which includes an epic grizzled Jarl from Dwarf faction as well, who is part of the magic affinity and an epic champion you're gonna love, as he's often a lot stronger than people expect, with a harder hitting A1, great utility, and an AoE decrease attack. So with mythical gods aplenty, and the possibility that your favourite mythology-based characters could be coming into game at a later point, go and check out Raid. You can also be part of the clan that I'm in called SD3 Clan. Go and check them out. Also, you can find me under the name RichTheMan if you so choose. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.